Alright, so this is going to be real similar to, uh, actually, can we do this? Can you start an assembly? And we'll call it swept surface line law, line laws. So this is a bit different than the document. I'm just trying to get a concept across. Alright, in there, let's create a new part. So we'll insert, wait a minute, we want to right click insert, a new 3D part. Okay, and then open that up. And what I'd like you to do, please, is select the line command. I'm sorry, we're still in the assembly mode. Double click on the part body or the geometrical set. So we're fine, it's active. We're going to create a line. And we're going to start, yes, point direction. We're going to start at the negative y. Let's go 3 inches in the negative y. Alright, and let's create a line 5 inches long on the y direction. Yeah, so that's great, Ryan, thank you. And then what you're going to do is rename geometrical set 1. And we're going to call it swept segment surface 1 inch length. Select OK. And then we're going to create a new geometrical set called swept surface segment 2 inch length. If you hit the up arrow, it should remember the last thing you typed. Keep hitting it. Oh, that's, how about the down arrow? Usually it'll remember somewhere in there in the last thing you typed. Whoop. And then we can change a 1 to a 2. You know, it used to be the up arrow. Now it's, maybe it's the down arrow now. Anyways, go ahead and select OK. Select OK. And then create a line 5 inches in the opposite direction, starting at the positive y 3 inch. And we're going to go in the y direction. It remembered 5, select OK. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do something. That's okay. Let's open the tree here. So we got 2 lines, and those lines are going to be a spine. So if when you hear the term segment, linear, line, they're all the same in wireframe. A segment line is a line that goes from one point to another point. It is a segment because it has a start and end. An infinite line would use those same 2 points, but it would go infinite in both directions. So if you ever see a mathematical term saying segment, it means line. Okay? Let's go back and make surface 1 our in-work object. And let me get Dane Barry involved. Dane, I want you to give me directions on how I would create a 1 inch length swept surface on the XY plane 1 inch long. Can you do that for me, Dane? Dane Barry, are you there? Volume on? There he is. Just for kicks, let's reverse the direction. So how would I reverse the direction if I wanted to?
Well, we can pick a different angular center, or we can key in like 2 instead of like 1.
No,
Probably the easier thing to do is to
no.
choose.
I want to go the other direction, not change the length.
Yeah, you want to move in a negative x direction.
I just want to click that arrow so it's going in the other direction. You do not want to use negative numbers, because then you start doing negative numbers, then you got to start doing that in your math when you're creating formulas. So I'm going to caution you guys against doing negative numbers. Not that it wouldn't work, but then when you do your formulas, you got to remember to add the positive to make it negative when you're putting in formulas.
Would you not do 0 here and 1 here?
I would not recommend that, no, because it's not going to go with the norm what everybody else is doing.
Fair enough.
Looks very good. Select OK. Now I'd like another volunteer to explain how to do the 2-inch length on the other side. Don't click on anything to give away the answers here. Would anybody be willing to volunteer and tell me the steps to do surface segment 2? Come on, somebody do it before I call you out. Okay, Michael Duffy. Duffy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, what's he got to do first?
Well, since you sweep on the other side, we want to use the sweep again, keep it the same.
Before he does that, what's step 1?
Oh, change the geometrical set.
Why?
Because this one is named for the 2-inch line.
That's correct. Now, here's what I did wrong. In reality, that would be its own part itself. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to insert, I'm going to have you rename the top surface, top pad. Right click on the top pad. In the tree, I'm sorry. In the pad, the actual part body there, down one. Yeah, that's it. Rename that. Sorry, you had it right. Rename that to left surface. So now what we're going to do is create a right surface. So create another part. Insert the very top collector.
You have to double click on the top left.
Yes, we have to double click it to get back into the assembly. Okay, and then right click. Okay, now can we copy paste sweep to surface and put it in? You'd have to double click it to get into it. And no, you would actually select on the down to right there and paste it in there. You can't drag and drop. You would have to copy paste. So first thing you have to do is double click that 2-inch length to get in that part body. Right click on that and copy it. Now double click on the pad below, one more down, and right click on that and paste. Hit close. Okay, it's probably going to be faster just to recreate that. So go ahead and delete the line in there. Oh, no, hit undo, hit undo. Delete line 1 there. Okay, and then you can delete the line and the sweep in the top. Go ahead and just delete that out. You'll have to double click it to get into there. And then come back to this one, double click it, and then let's recreate the line. and then that would be the positive 3 inches, and then it will be 5 inches long in the Y direction. Okay, and now Duffy, can you tell us what to do?
Yeah, now, you wanna make sure you're in the right geometric set. Select, sweep. Select that line as your guide curve.
Well, not so fast. Let him tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so you show us the line, and now what?
Then your reference surface, hit EXY plane, and set, angle at 0, and set your length at, 1 inch, or 2 inches, sorry. And then, in preview, and click the little white arrow to reverse the direction. There you go.
Excellent. Okay, so can you minimize? Oh, what do we got here? Trying to. I thought we renamed. Oh yeah. So the one that says left surface. Now right click on that. Sorry, not the right. We're going to rename the other one to be right surface. Okay, now minimize the right surface. Up one. Minimize the left surface. See, in real life, what we're going to be doing is you're going to have parts that are built from two different parts that we're going to make a part in between the existing part. Okay. So, for example, maybe Mike Duffy did the part on the right, and Dane Barry did the part on the left, and now Orion has to do the part in the middle to make this all work. He's got to make the mating piece that goes in between those two pieces. So anybody want to guess what my first step is? Make another part, right? And what do you think we could call this? Insert 3D part, properties. And he's going to change that to be middle. And we're calling it segment because it's a segment surface, which is just basically a line. Any way I cut the surface, I'm going to get a line as a result. Okay, let's rename the geometrical set. What should we call this geometrical set? With law. Select OK. Orion, can you slowly walk us through this? Don't hit the buttons too fast so people can keep up.
So now we are, I would go to wireframe, I want to curve, so I can have my guideline. So first, get the point, and obviously, it's flow direction.
Watch the pop-up window on the right. See how it didn't have anything, and now watch where it says second direction, second curve. See, it says no selection, and now when he picks the point, it says point 2. And now where it says curve, no selection, and now it says line 2. Okay? Stop. Do you see how the arrows are going in the same direction? So that's got a flow going from left to right. That's what that means, okay? So you want to bear that in mind when you're building your parts, to kind of think through, hey, what should my flow direction be when I create my segment lines as my spines? So we've got our line created. Go ahead and select OK. And go ahead and create another surface. just hit that white arrow on the other side. Preview that. Select OK. Okay, very good. Thank you very much, Ryan. I'm not done with you. I'm just thanking you for helping me so far, okay? I'm not done though. Alright. Does everybody see the little side is on the left and the big side's on the right? Can you go to view and hit my front view? Sorry, I meant top view. Okay. So, anything in the Y is left. Negative Y is left. Anything in the positive Y is right. Does anybody know why? It's not really the answer I'm looking for. Why is everything on the left negative and everything on the right positive?
Because of where your axis is.
What's that mean? Why is the question is why is everything on the left negative and everything on the right positive Y direction?
Different quadrants. On the left side are the negative Y direction.
No.
Nope.
Anybody else? I want you guys to go Google station line, buttock line, and water lines. Remember me going over that?
Yep.
What is negative? Why is negative left? Left buttock line. All buttock lines left are negative. All positive buttock lines are. All right buttock lines are positive. Where's the buttock line in the middle?
Zero. Right down the middle.
It's just buttock line. When you go right down the middle, it's not buttock line left or right. It's the buttock line. Right down the middle is the buttock line. Buttock line left, buttock line right is what you guys need to get familiar with the terms. Anybody can do these CAD models. Understanding left buttock line, right buttock line only applies to aerospace, correct?
No.
False. Where else is it used? Automotive may use it. Well, who else might be using it? Shipbuilding. In fact, it came from shipbuilding. Those coordinates aren't aircraft coordinates because it got water line in it. But aircraft decided to use the same coordinates as shipbuilders. So that's where that comes from, and you guys need to be familiar with those terms, okay? All right, can you go ahead and minimize that tree? Yes. So you see in this assembly has the left side, a right side, and then the middle segment that he built, correct? Let's hide this middle segment and create yet another part. Let's call this one middle tangent segment. So we can probably hit the down arrow. Up arrow, down arrow, no? Oh, there it is. Tangent middle section. Middle tangent. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Middle segment tangent. That's fine. Select OK. Go to the ISO view. Oh, you know what? We can stay in this view. Let's stay in this view. Let's try it from here. Do you think you know what to do? Can you walk me through the steps?
Yeah. So again, we are
Watch the pop-up window, guys. Can you highlight the pop-up window where we're at and what's the next one?
Sure. So I need to pick my line here, and then I chose curve, so it's going to
right, automatically fills that gap in. It's just, we're going right down the list. You don't have to remember the order, just follow the pop-up window.
And then the flow lines are in the right direction. So then we will go to surface. Same setup as before. Vector, reference surface. And then we will go to lock. And then choose the S type. Start value is 1. I'll probably flip it again. Now we have S type lock.
Did you somehow change your standard so your surfaces come in white?
No, I think it's just the reflection.
Okay, okay. That's good. Preview that, select OK. Can we change that to a different color? Thank you. I love salmon. We're getting close. Whoa, what happened? Why don't I see my salmon there? Maybe we got to go back. Yep, just rotated a hair. All right, look how pretty that looks. See how it has a nice smooth transition from the 1 inch, slowly transitions up and then goes into the 2 inch so that they're both tangent on the tops. Oh, look at you. Gonna get fancy and check the tops, check the surfaces. You want to cancel that, and let's try this. Use your control button and grab all the top 3 edges, and then hit that function. And what I'm looking for is my G1, so click on G1, and what's that tell me? No problem. The first thing it's telling me is G0. What does G0 tell me? Yeah, go ahead and click G0. Go click on the G0. Why does it say inches? There's no gap, right? That means they're touching, which is a good thing, correct? We want them to touch. I don't want them to overlap, and I don't want them to be, I don't want a gap in between, right? So I know that they're perfect. Now, how about the tangency? And what does that tell us? Yep, they're going to be tangent on both ends, right? You're looking for what 2 degrees to make sure it's tangent? 0 or 180. That's awesome, Ryan. Thank you. Go ahead and hit OK. Can you pull the other surface out of hide? Leave that one there. Go ahead and pull the other one out. And we can see how they overlap. You can see the difference, correct? All right, so you can tell that there's some different things going on. So let's go ahead and hide the last segment surface. And let's go back to that. Pick the top 3 lines. And let's go do your curvature analysis. And G0 is, it doesn't, I don't know why it doesn't have the numbers up there. It's 0 degrees. It's telling me, oh, sorry, cancel that. Can you open up the last one? Yeah. And delete your analysis there. Okay, let's double click on the one we're supposed to be in to make that part active, because it was doing the analysis but it was doing the other part. Okay, now that you've double clicked it, you should be able to select the 3 top lines and do your curvature. Yeah. What happened to the name there? That's weird.
He accidentally deleted it.
Yeah, I see what we did. That's okay, it'll still work. The reason why that wasn't doing it before is because on top it was kept saying assembly. So we had to make sure it said part design or generative shape mode. Okay, go to G0. It's touching, but just because it's touching doesn't mean it's machinable. It's not machinable if there's a gap. It's not machinable if it's overlapping. But it doesn't mean it's machinable because they are touching. Touching is a good thing. It's just one of the things I need to have. The other part is, go ahead and click on it, tangency. And it is not tangent because it's giving me an angle deviation, correct? Alright. Okay, go ahead and cancel that. Alright, okay, very good. I'm going to pause my other YouTube video for a sec. I'm going to stop it and start a new YouTube video for the second part.